So today's video is very special to me. I know a lot of people do know that the Nike Foamposite introduced me to a love of sneakers. When I was coming up in Cleveland, Ohio around that time, the Foamposite to me was one of the most different, most bold, most beautiful sneakers that I've ever laid my eyes on. Over time, we all know that the Foamposite popularity kind of was hot and then eventually it fell off. But now I feel like since Nike is coming back out with so many more Nike basketball sneakers and re-releasing some of the most OG classic colorways, I feel like the Foamposite now has an opportunity to kind of rescind, get back on the surface and be one of those sneakers that was once at the top of the food chain. Today's video is another one of those classic colorways making another debut. Without further ado, let's get into the Nike Foamposite Eggplant. All right, y'all, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Snapper Jones, and welcome back to another video, man. As I told y'all, today we have the Nike Foamposite in studio, and I really couldn't be more excited. First off, huge shout out to Soul Play for assisting your boy with the W, man. This sneaker means so much to me because without the Nike Foamposite, to keep it a bean with y'all, bro, I don't know if I'm sitting in front of this camera right now. When everybody was collecting Jordans and Air Force Ones, my mind was always like, yo, these foams are different. And even beyond the Foamposite, it was the half cent, it was the penny ones, it was the penny twos, it was the penny threes. Even to this day right now, bro, like I got rookies still to this day. Like penny has always meant so much to me growing up that it's like nostalgic now when these drop. And now they finally here and it's like, man, Nike, they did their thing on these, bro. They definitely did these right. When you look at this, I mean, this colorway, this eggplant colorway is insane, not to mention the crazy translucent outer sole. Look how icy these are, bro. I mean, bro, come on. Now, the reason I want to mention why I believe Nike did such a great job with these is because they fumbled on a few pair. If y'all remember, when the metallic reds dropped and they switched this suede upper that we got right here to leather, I did not like that at all. And one of the other things that I had a problem with was once they re-released classic originals like the Pearl, right? Y'all remember they dropped the Pearl Pros, I think it was like the class of 96 pack. They messed that up, man. But like the shades of Pearl was damn near white. Now, I don't know if that's how it originally was back in the day. Obviously, I was too young. I wasn't buying phones when they originally dropped in 1996. However, when I came up, yo, that Pearl wasn't that white, bro. They damn near like some all white Air Force Ones for that matter. But when it comes to the Eggplant, this reminds me of the pair that dropped 2009. For y'all that don't know, the original Foamposite Eggplant originally released in 2009, and then it was once re-released again in 2017. Here we are 7 years later, 2024, and we get another iteration of this classic colorway. Now, the reason why I call this a classic colorway is because an eggplant colorway is not naturally or normally put out. But Nike and Penny Hardaway was able to remix this eggplant colorway into the Nike Penny 3s. He even had the eggplant half cent, which I got a crazy story for those half cents, man. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to hear that. Now, this sneaker released February 29th, which is today. I think I'm gonna probably get this video out on March 1st though, for the retail price of $240. I know that is a steep price point when it comes to sneakers. Jordan 1s don't cost that much. Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s, trust me, I know, but for me, I had to pull a trigger. It wasn't even worth thinking about. I knew I had to get these immediately. I do think that that's one of the reasons why kind of Nike had their downfalls with the Foamposite, is just because that price point has never really been ideal. Even when it originally released back in the 90s, it was never a shoe that was cheap. And to Nike's credit, it is pretty expensive to make when you factor in how much the mold costs for the sneaker, the material for the sneaker, and the technology that goes into it. It is a little bit more on the pricier side, but like I say, $240, I understand, man, that is a nice little ticket. I'm in full Foamposite spirit right now. I'm rocking a pair of foams. Look at the tee. This is A&P merch, by the way. Make sure y'all go cop that. But anyway, the sneakers I'm rocking, man. Look, hey, bro, I was so in the spirit today. Hey, I was so in the spirit today, and these are probably like one of the most hated Foamposites of all time. I don't care. Like, I feel like in order to appreciate this, man, you had to be around at that time, man, where like Wale was like one of the hottest rappers, and he was always rocking the foams, and you had the pewters, and you had the electric blues and the electric limes, and you had like, bro, the Royals. It was such an iconic moment, and that's what I think about every time I see this sneaker. The breakdown is actually pretty much simple. We get a translucent outer sole, really nice icy blue. We also get that Penny logo in black and purple. Not to mention we get the carbon fiber plate on the midsole, which if I'm not mistaken, the Foamposite was one of the first Nike sneakers to introduce carbon fiber. That was even before the Air Jordan 11. So I might be wrong on that. I could be right. Let me know down below if I'm tripping, but I remember doing a little research way back in the day. And I remember that, you know, the Nike Foamposite was one of the first sneakers to introduce the carbon fiber plate to a midsole. The upper is completely dominated in the eggplant colorway. And once again, like I said, this is the closest thing that I remember to the original colorway in 2009, and I think they did a great job. And a fun fact by Nike, right? I know a lot of people don't know the history or don't know why Nike decided to actually release a Foamposite 1, which is this, and of course they started to release the Nike Foamposite Pro. Ironically, I don't have any more Pros in my collection. I must have sold them all. Also, Nike don't really release too many Foamposite Pros anymore, so majority of all the ones I had were just so old and beat up, I eventually just gave away to friends and family. However, Foamposite Pros are the ones that have the huge embossed Nike swoosh on the side. And the reason why Nike decided to do that is because, as you can see, this original Foamposite has no Nike branding at all, except this small Nike swoosh that's right there on a toe box. So when this shoe was getting like its ultimate popularity, nobody knew who made the sneaker. So Nike decided, why not remix it, make a Nike Foamposite Pro, put a huge Nike swoosh on the side, therefore our branding is better. So that is the reason why we have a Nike Foamposite Pro and why we have a Nike Foamposite 1, pretty much because Nike just wanted the world to know that, hey man, we made this sneaker. Pinstripes on the tongue and back tab, and last but not least, we do get the Penny logo in black and etched out in that eggplant purple. Quick story time real quick. I don't know who watching this video is from Cleveland, Ohio, but I remember 2010. I remember like it was yesterday, man. Like it's kind of crazy. 2010, we're going to Richmond Mall, and I wander into Jimmy Jazz. Now at the time, sneakers was nowhere near what it is now. Resale and, you know, people going crazy. Now, you were still lined up for a sneaker release, but it was just a different time. I go inside Jimmy Jazz, and on the shelves, there I see the Nike Penny half cent in the eggplant colorway. Now this was my first time ever seeing the half cent. I picked it up and I immediately recognized the Penny logo on it. By this time, I was already hooked to the Foamposite. I didn't have any personally. I think I got my first pair of Foamposites maybe 2012 or 2011. 2011, I believe the Pine Green Foamposite came out September 2nd, 2011. That was my birthday, so I remember it exactly. But at the time, I don't think I had any Foamposites at all. I seen the half cent at the time. I think it was going for like $190, which is insane. I remember asking my mom, I'm like, yo, mom, can I please get this half cent? She looked at me like I was crazy, said, hell no. So we walk out of Jimmy Jazz. We walking out of Jimmy Jazz, my mama kind of like led in front of me. I was behind her. She turned around and I had this crazy look in my eyes. I was just like, damn, I took that. I was looking like I was defeated, man. I knew I took the L. And she turned around, but I never forget that she asked me, she said, you really want those? I'm like, yeah, man, like, I really do. I really want them. We turned around and she bought them for me. And I remember going to school the next day. And for me, this and only another sneaker, I believe that was a little bit, maybe early in my life or later, but when I got that half cent, the eggplant half cent, that was my first time ever understanding how it feels to walk down the hallway, walk down the street, and you see people turn heads and be like, damn, oh my God. And what that did for me as a kid was like, yo, that feeling, the feeling that you get, even like people that wanted to hate, right, that didn't want to like show love outwardly, you would just see them tap their homeboy and be like, yo, you see those over there? You see Snipe got those on? It was like one of those feelings that I never forget. And that's what ultimately made me say, you know what, bro? I love that feeling. What other sneakers is dropping? What else can I cop? And I slowly but surely started going on eBay and putting bids in for all the Foamposites I can. And ultimately, I kind of ventured out from Foamposites and went Jordan and Nike and Puma and Asics, and that's how I came here. And, you know, anytime I look at this colorway, I think of that, and, you know, that, it means a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? A little quick story time, but that's how I got here. Just that feeling of, you know, people actually realizing like, yo, man, he got that heat on right now. Like, damn, he really cooking. Let me know down below in the comment section if y'all plan on copping the Nike Foamposite Eggplant. Did you buy them? I know the price point was steep, but I want to know. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't leave before you leave a like, man. It goes a long way. I will catch y'all in the next one. You know I cannot leave without saying everybody want to be famous, but who putting in that work though. Snipe Squad, I love y'all. Dream big.